beautiful babies. Oh, that was like a combination of Heather McDonald's Juicy Scoop intro introduction. And then I listened to readings with Baba Jolie, I think, on YouTube. Okay. And she always goes, "Hello, my beautiful Librans." And that's before she starts, reading your tarot cards. I haven't done that in a while. There was a point in my life where I was like waiting for a Libra reading to drop. And sometimes I find that silly. Other times it's just like, oh, wow, you were really lost. Like if you were waiting for that to drop. And then the other obsession is Heather McDonald podcast, Juicy Scoop, where she's like, "Hello and welcome to Juicy Scoop." So why am I obsessed with these two women? Because they're entertaining, and that's what I aim to be. So let's get right into it. Okay, so I want to start with what's been going on in my personal life. Coming up, I'm actually flying to the Boo, not Malibu, unfortunately. I'm going to Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's my second to last game in New Mexico with the Chupacabras. So I have 3 more summer games left. And I don't know if they're going to fly me out for the IFL Cup for the actual last game of the season for like their Super Bowl. But I have 3 more scheduled games with them. So 2 of them are in New Mexico and I have 1 more in San Antonio. The one in San Antonio is July 11th. So it is a weekday. It is a summer weekend, and that's okay. That's okay. If I have to, if working on the weekend sometimes means that I can have my time back during the week, that is such a no-brainer for me. I'm also going to talk to Legacy Ford out in Rosenberg to see if they'll lend me another Bronco, because that's how those work. So I don't know if you guys follow me on social media, but anytime I'm like in a Bronco or an Explorer, it's usually a lender. And instead of me renting a car, putting miles on my car, or having to charge my Tesla on a road trip, I just borrow from them, and it's like a collaboration, and it's wonderful. It works out for me. Travis loves it too, because he gets to peep a new ride. He's trying to figure out what his next ride is going to be. So that's all very fun. Once I get back from Albuquerque, I will then pack, and the next morning I fly out to San Jose, California. From San Jose, California, I'm jumping on the Amtrak to Paso Robles, where my friend Gigi now lives. Now, my friend Gigi, for as long as I've known her, has lived in Costa Mesa, Huntington Beach area, Orange County. So I would always fly into John Wayne. Well, she became a firefighter with San Luis Obispo. She now owns a home in Paso Robles. Guys, this is like one of the most beautiful parts of our country. I have yet to see her house. She says she has a pool. I am over the moon excited to go to this trip. I told her I want to drink wine every single night. I want you to take me to the places you love. Fine, we can schedule a workout day, because she is such a beast. She is such a freaking beast. But that is what I'm going over there for. And then if I can work remote, I've only planned to stay there for about 4 days. But if I can also go visit my friend Monique, who lives in the Valley in LA, like if I can finagle that in and take my laptop with me, my work laptop, that's going to be great. And you're like, "Tessa, you don't have a job. What are you talking about, work laptop?" Bitch, I have a Lenovo. I have a real laptop. I have like an engineering laptop. And what is it for? Well, if you're a night owl, shout out, I have been tracking the overnight for Sunny 99.1. And I'm trying to get my, my radio voice, my radio legs back. And it's been working out really well. So I'll actually be on air this weekend on Sunny. And I forgot my shift time. I know that's important. I'll look it up. I have a little schedule. I have been loving working remote from my house. I have my mic stand here. I have my Rodecaster Pro, and I'm going to have to pack all of those things when I fly meticulously. And yeah, I'm just like really excited. So that's what's kind of been new for me. I have been chilling here also, though, in Houston. A lot of travel is on deck, but we have, for the most part, been staying here local and trying to get in more of a grind and more of a regimented schedule during the week. I think that people say, "Oh, you don't have to like go into work and like clock in at like a certain time or be there at a certain time for a meeting." No, I don't. But I also need to have structure in order for me to continue to be successful. So lots of other stuff cooking, trying to still sort out what kind of life I want to lead. If we'd stay here when the lease is up, I love Houston. I don't really plan on going anywhere. I still have my house that I'm like 70% done with my real estate courses. So I do plan to take the real estate test. I don't know how that's going to work, if I'll end up just letting a realtor list my house or if I'll end up keeping my house and renting it. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. But I've been enjoying, obviously, my slower mornings. When it was that really yucky weather, a couple of things happened. One, I got really fucking sad. Like, June gloom and doom has been a thing. So annoying. I get all emotional. I get in my feelings. And then the sun comes out and I'm like, oh, you don't want to kill yourself. You're fine. Same thing with my hair. Like, if I haven't brushed my hair, like put on my makeup or like gotten dressed, I can sometimes forget who I am, and I need to stop that. I really need to stop that. So I have a couple of running stories. So the first one, it had stopped raining, but it had been raining for like 2 or 3 days. So I'm like, finally, let me go on a run. I go down to the bayou here by my apartment, and all the stairs and the sidewalks everywhere you would run are covered in that disgusting, like muddy water slime. Like just that gunky, slippery, stinky, smelly, putrid mud. And I was like, okay, maybe like there's a clearing. And I like tried to walk on the wall to get to a clear spot. It didn't happen. It was a mistake. I almost busted my ass. I almost ate shit. Not a good idea by me at all. Well, then the next day I'm thinking, okay, are you going to go on a run again? And I'm thinking, no, the bayou is disgusting. But I'm telling myself, you need to do something. So just go check. And I went and checked and it had all dried up. And I think someone had like power washed it all away. So boom, bing, bam, bow, I was back on it. And I told myself, go down to the Buffalo Bayou because it's about a mile to get to Eleanor Tinsley Park. Do some of those hills and then you'll be done. Like, that's a real workout. It's actually a workout that Rod showed me because there's stairs. So you run up this hill and then you come back down the stairs. Then you run up this hill like a burst, you know what I mean? Which is really good for your fast twitch muscles. It's really good for your quads, your legs, which are your biggest muscles, right, in your body. So I was scared because I have not worked out seriously like that in a long time. I have been lifting a lot of weights, and you will be pleased to hear that people have been telling me, you look great. And I am at a healthy 156 to 158. I was trying to kill myself trying to be under 150. I have since started lifting those weights, lifting heavier, and I feel so good, and I think I look really good too. So the lifting weights has really been paying off, and I'm not really limiting myself when I eat. I'm just saying, hey, if you're going to go to this restaurant, make sure you get some cardio in. Please try to work out every day for at least 20 minutes. Those are the things that I'm requiring of myself. Those are things that I'm putting on my little checklist. So anyway, I go down there, and as I'm scrolling through TikTok, I'm kind of dragging my feet because I know once I get to the hill, it's on. And this video of a boxing coach, Teddy Atlas, who I believe used to coach Mike Tyson in his prime. He's in the corner and he's talking to this guy. It's not Mike Tyson. He's talking to someone else. Freddie something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. And he's telling him, hey, you're getting complacent. You're getting a little more complacent these days. Like, have you got it in you? Have you got 15 more minutes in you? And just the way he said it, and he was just so amped up and ready. And he said, hey, we're firemen. We're not afraid of the fire. He's like, the heat is coming, but we're not afraid of the heat. We're firemen. And here I am walking in the Texas heat. I'm like going to get my workout on. And dude, I just kept repeating that sound over and over. And by the time I got to that hill, I ate that bitch for breakfast. And it was delicious. Nom, 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 nom. It was so good. And I was exhausted. I looked down at my watch. By the time I got back, I had run/jog/walk about 3.5 miles. This morning I did the same thing, and I even did extra hills, and I was just under 4 miles. So those workouts feel really good, but I come back and I am covered. I am covered in sweat. Immediately needed a shower, made a delicious breakfast, did the whole thing. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I was kind of putting off recording this podcast. And I'm like, no, this is so important. This is what you love. But because I like it so much, I get anxiety about, I want to make sure I do it well. So if I don't have the mental capacity at the time to do it thoroughly and do it well, I won't even do it. I won't even pick it up, which is a very bad habit. Sometimes, like I said, you can fake it till you make it. Okay. So that's kind of the new thing that's going on with me. I did order some new socks because I noticed as I've been working out, a lot of my socks, they're really old. I've had them for a while. They're Bombas, and Bombas will give you new ones if you like remember the tracking number and you tell them what happened. I'm just like, whatever. I'm not going to fuck through all of these emails and papers and receipts to get maybe a new pair comped. I don't know. So I just ordered a brand new pair, and they have the Pride pack right now. So it's all colorful. Some of them are tie-dye, and I think that package is here. So I got to go check. I also sent off my Rent the Runway. When I was on TV, I used to rent 15 looks a month, and that was pretty good. And I would go through them all. Now that I'm not on TV every day and I don't have as many things to like get dressed for, I do the 10 looks per month, and I think that's just under about $150. So that is still, to me, very cost effective. It still makes me feel like I have new stuff in my wardrobe. So that's going well. I still wish Rent the Runway would sponsor me, but alas, we can't have everything we want in our timing. We have to wait for God's timing. Okay, my little baby Sophia, my little niece, she's so cute. Her new thing is singing You Are My Sunshine. So Travis will play it on the guitar. They'll sing it together. But you know what other song she really likes that she jams out to? She does like this little side step and bends her knees. She likes A Country Boy Can Survive. She likes A Country Boy Can Survive. When you play that, oh, she gets down on that. We've also been getting down on a little bit of golf. So like I said, weather hasn't been great, but we did manage to play at Herman Park Twilight. And because we went at Twilight, the last 2 holes, it was a little dark, but we had some light up golf balls that we had bought from Amazon, and those worked really good. So they're just regular golf balls until you strike them. Once you strike them, they'll light up. So mine was, I think I was playing with the pink one, pink or purple. And it'll stay lit for 8 minutes. And you strike it again, and it's going to stay lit as long as you're hitting it. So it was really, really cool. I do suggest if you are a Twilight golfer to get that glow up pack of golf balls because they're just fun. And I think they're great. Okay. So yes, highly recommend the golf ball purchases. Okay. What have I been watching? Well, obviously Love Island. We've been watching Love Island. A new episode drops every day except for Wednesday, I think. And on Wednesday, it's After Sun. We've never gotten into After Sun. It's just basically commentary on what's already happening on the show. And I get enough of that on TikTok. So yes, everyone is very slutty. But actually this season, the couples are locked in and they're not going for the temptation. I think they've probably seen how it plays out for other people. So I think the couples are being cautious. There are a couple of fuckboys that are letting their mask slip on and off during the episodes. But they got rid of my girl, Beatriz from the Paralympian Beatriz. And one of her really funny quotes was, I'm standing 10 toes down on that. And I don't even have 10 toes because she's missing a leg. Well, we're watching that part and Travis goes, technically you only have 8. Okay, did y'all? Oh, that's my ice maker. My ice maker's building out. This is the drama, the suspense. So you guys know both of my pinky toes on both sides from wearing heels so much, like I can't move them. Like, you know when you can like spread your toes? I can barely do that on my left side. My right side, not really. I can crunch them up. I can move them. But those outside toes are pretty much just hanging out. Those pinky toes, they're just here for a good time. They haven't even been here for a long time. They don't have much function. And because also another fun fact about me is I was pigeon-toed when I was a child. So I had to go to orthopedics and I would always walk like my toes pointed inside, and I had to learn to like turn out my feet when I walked. And my doctor said, it feels like I'm walking like a duck. Like I feel like I'm over exaggerating. He goes, you're not. He goes, that's how your normal gait should be. So yeah, so that was really nice of Travis to say that. I also have those toe spacers and separators, and sometimes I sleep with those. So as much as Travis does make fun of me, he also puts those on my feet sometimes before bed. We've actually let that slip. That part of our routine, I need to bring that one back because I'm not getting any younger, and I'm doing more running. So I need as much toe function as possible. We also watch a pretty disturbing movie on Prime. It's called We Need to Talk About Kevin. I thought it was called Something Is Wrong with Kevin, but it's We Need to Talk About Kevin. And it's an older film, but I had just seen it drop down on the movie menu. And I think this film was like from 2011. And it's a classic case of nature versus nurture. Like, is someone born evil, or are their circumstances or how they act as an adult, a reflection of their circumstances growing up? See, I think that. I think that. But this movie really explores that, hey, you know what? Maybe some people are actually just born evil, maybe missing a sensitivity chip, missing an empathy chip. So this lady has this kid. He cries from birth. He is manipulative from a very young age. He's always causing his mom grief, doing fucked up things, like poking his sister's eye out, literally. I don't want to give it away. But you know who is in it? John C. Reilly is in it, and he plays the dad. No spoilers, but this is a crazy, crazy movie, and the ending is haunting. Okay, it's haunting. I didn't like it. It gave me nightmares. You guys know I don't pay for Netflix, right? I steal passwords from my friends until Netflix decides to kick me out. So when I started getting messages, hey, you're on the new episode, you're on the new season of DCC, that's the Dallas Cowboys Cheerleaders show. First of all, I got it from a TikTok user that didn't have a profile picture. So I was like, okay, weirdo, like whatever. Then someone on Instagram, a lovely lady on Instagram said, hey, did you see you're on the new Dallas Cowboys show on Netflix? And I was like, wait, what? You're the second person to tell me that. Then my friend Erica, who used to dance for the Texans, she was a Texans cheerleader. She goes, girlfriend, you are on the DCC making the team on Netflix. And I go, okay, send me the clip. And she sent it to me. And lo and behold, when I did a Zoom interview with Kelly, Reese, and Jada, they used that clip. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it's season 3, episode 3, at 3301, at the 3301 mark. How about that? I feel like that in itself is really good numerology. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, all the threes. That's how you remember it. And then also when I went to go get my hair done with Manny, who just got engaged, his lovely partner, Jonathan, his staff told me, and I made them pull it up because I didn't believe them either. It was before Erica had texted me. I forgot that little tidbit in there. So that was really, really cool. So I sent it to my family, and I don't know. I was like, awesome. I don't do that job anymore, but that's really cool. So yeah, I haven't watched the season of that. Like I said, I don't have Netflix, but I do have that clip, and I'll probably make a TikTok about it. Speaking of, I've been pushing out a lot of content. We'll get to some of the things, delicious places I've been invited to eat here in just a second after I tell you what I'm done watch. So I've been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, where Portia is dabbling in the surf and turf. She likes a little fish with her mate. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so that's interesting. I've told you guys Travis is obsessed with Portia, and I think just obsessed with the Housewives of Atlanta because they're all beautiful Black women with huge butts. Okay, so there's that. And then Real Housewives of Rhode Island, I'm waiting for that reunion to drop because I want to watch it. But also, me and my girlfriend Cecily are supposed to take a trip to Rhode Island. And these ladies, they end the trip at this place called Block Island, which you need a ferry to get to once you fly into, I don't even know, into Rhode Island, the main place in Rhode Island. And so I want to go. And I want to say things like, I love a cracker. I love a cracker. Bitches love a summer. Okay, just so if you catch me saying that, that's where that's from. It's from Real Housewives of Rhode Island. Something else I watched on Prime is called The Hermit of Tregg. And it's about this guy, Ken Smith, who has lived basically in isolation in the Scottish Highlands for 40 plus years. And his story is incredible. It's one of, wow, I think this is everyone's real dream, like to maybe just go off grid one of these days, but really shows him all the hard work, everything he does to sustain himself. He keeps notes, and it's kind of sad too because he's like getting getting older. He talked about how he, almost got married, but he just wanted to explore. He was just an adventure man, and how one time he went on a really long journey and he was writing his parents because he was going to be back at the airport soon, and he had gotten back and his parents had died. I know. And one other sad thing I'll tell you about him, he also, when he was younger, he got jumped like coming out of a movie theater or something, and he got beat damn near to death, and he had to like relearn how to talk. They were showing him pictures so he could have a memory of his past. And when he came out of that coma, because he was in the hospital for months, and when he came out of that, that's when he decided, hey, like, I've only got one life, and look at the shit that already happened to me. I'm going to go live it on my terms. So I thought that was very, very interesting. Isn't that so crazy? Like, after something traumatic or crazy happens to them, once they get on the other end of it, maybe they beat cancer, maybe they go through a crazy divorce. Once they get on the other side of it, they're like, listen, I'm not going to do shit if it's not my way. Guys, that's kind of how I feel right now. Now that I'm kind of out of this corporate mishmash and working myself to the bone and giving and giving and giving and giving, I'm like, hold on, time out. And not only that, I'm an eldest daughter. I've been taking care of everyone for years. It's time to take care of my number one. It's time to make sure that I am happy, because I know I spread joy and light and make every place I go better. I know that about myself. And not only that, I turn that shit to gold, baby. That's right. You can quote me. That's fine. Take this little audio snippet and send it to TMZ. No, really, that's how I feel. And it's a really empowering feeling. So yes, The Hermit of Trig is really, really good. Also, I've kind of been still watching The Valley and In the City, which is a Summer House spinoff. That's very interesting to see the roots of how Amanda and Wes started to like hook up behind Sierra's back. So that's the reality trash I've been watching. Speaking of reality and trash, did you guys see that Bunny and Jelly Roll are getting a divorce? Now, I don't mean to, they are self-proclaimed dirtbags and white trash. That's kind of like their brand, right? Like, that's what they say. I would never call anyone that. But this whole spin zone of we're still best friends and you should slide in my husband's DMs and I love that man till the day I die and we're going to be best friends for the next 20 years. Okay, if you're so close, why won't you just work out your marriage? Like, it's just so odd. It's just so weird. But you know what? To each their own. To each their freaking own. Bunny, I think, is a lot smarter than we give her credit for, but I don't think she gives the people that listen and watch and consume all of her content, all of her podcasts, enough credit, because kind of what she's saying and the way she's saying it, it's giving a little phony. It's giving a little staged to me. So that's my opinion on that. Also, did you guys see Melania Giudice? So somehow the cops were called and Melania maybe got a domestic violence charge. I'm confusion because, well, I know Melania was like the crazy girl, the crazy sister growing up. Like, she's the sister who, if you're messing with her other sister, she's going to go and settle it. She was her father's child, right? But I think she was fighting her actual mom. And I really hope it wasn't because of Louis, this new guy in Teresa's life, because Teresa gives I would choose a man over my daughter's vibes. She does. Like, she would put her, look, she stayed with Joe for so long and Joe was like cheating on her and calling her a bitch to his mistress. Talk about messy, messy, messy. Also, congratulations to Elon Musk, the trillionaire. I kind of did. I was a guest host on Hello Houston on the NPR station here, and they did a hot takes number that they put on Instagram. And for my hot take, I was like, oh, I'm so happy for you, Elon. You're a trillionaire. Oh my gosh. While Americans are overpaying for healthcare and can't find an affordable wage and, inflation's higher than ever, congratulations on being a trillionaire. And some people were defending the way that men were defending this guy like they were on his payroll in the comments is something that needs to be studied. What does that have to do with anything? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, if you think someone became a trillionaire in an ethical way. I'm waiting. Where's the Elon Musk hospital in the medical center? Where is the Elon Musk, hey, let's protect our ocean center for advocacy? Where is the end world hunger? I mean, you're a trillionaire, dog, and the world has never been in crazier shape. Okay, thank you. Come again. In that same breath, I do want to say it has been amazing, speaking of the world in bad shape, for people internationally, international travelers to come and descend upon the United States for the World Cup, and they're having the best time. I think it just proves that we need community more than ever, and we need to see the good, the glass half full situation from another vantage point, right? Because we look at a Pizza Hut or a Chick-fil-A or a Truth Barbecue, and it's just there every day for us. We don't realize how shit the food is in the UK, so much so that it's a soul-changing, life-changing experience for some European. No, in all seriousness, I'm so glad that the Europeans, the Koreans, everyone is just enjoying their time. All the people from France, all the people from Portugal. I mean, I wasn't sure that we were ready to host this, but downtown is more teeming. I'm seeing people with jerseys at some of my local spots that I go to down here, and it has just been a breath of fresh air. So just a reminder to be kind to our people visiting Houston, and I just want them all to come back. I don't want them to just come for the World Cup. I want them to say, hey, you know what? Houston is a destination city, and you gotta, I gotta bring my friends and family back, the ones that didn't come this first time. So yeah, so FIFA Fan Fest going on. There is something, I don't want a lot of things, but there's this little FIFA charm bracelet that I guess you can get in the FIFA Fan Fest that always has a line, but you can design it. So that is on my to-do list before the World Cup is over. I got to go down there and get that. Also, I was so proud of Curacao when they scored a goal against Germany. What an iconic moment for that country to score a goal against a powerhouse. Wow, 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 wow. So, so awesome. Then in the Mexico versus Korea game, I thought the goalies were incredible. Oh my gosh, the goalies are the talk of the town. And then there's that one 40-year-old goalie who was a mechanic who didn't start even playing professional soccer until he was 25. I don't know his name, but he went from, I don't know, a couple of thousand of followers to now 13 million. Your life can actually change overnight. I mean, think about it. Think about what you sacrifice. And if you believe and you have a dream, I think that miracles still happen every single day, and you notice them more when you are paying attention, okay? That's just how I feel. That's how I feel. You can agree or don't agree. That's fine. Let's talk about some delicious things I've eaten lately. I got an invitation to go to the Ojo de Agua. It is a Mexican type situation. It's a restaurant, and they're opening one in the Woodlands. So they invited us out there. We drove out there. OMG. I know there's one in River Oaks. There's one off Westheimer. I hadn't been to that one. My hairdresser, Manny, had said, oh my God, we love Ojo de Agua. So do I now. Delicious ceviche, delicious cheladas, delicious carajillos. We had esquites, which is the Mexican corn. We had a delicious guacamole. Travis had delicious tacos. It was a 10 out of 10 experience for us. Shout out to our waiter, Rudy. He was so kind and so cool. Then I went over to Numero 28. That's number 28. It's an Italian restaurant in Highland Village. It's kind of in between. It's on the corner in the Sephora parking lot, kind of behind. Is it Pottery Barn that it's behind? No, it's not behind Pottery Barn. What is the other one? I don't know. It's a little furniture store, and it's kind of catty corner to the Apple store. Guys, those are my favorite two food. That's what I am. I'm Mexican and Italian. So I had a great Mexican situation going on. And then, oh my gosh, Numero 28, guys, the best spicy bolognese with this homemade ribbon pasta. That and the tiramisu were the two best things that I ate, even though we tried everything. They make their pizza. They have a wood fire oven right there. Get that crunch when you bite the pizza. So good. The caucho de pepe. calzo de pepe. I don't know, the freaking pepper and Parmesan pasta that they bring out in the wheel. Also delicious, very savory, very cheesy. But I like a good meat sauce. I'm a savory girl. I like a ground beef. I like a sauce that's thick and red. So that was delicious. Also, we've been making steak at home. That has also been good. I made the olives preparados. You guys know what I'm talking about? You get like an olive out of the jar, you drain the juice, put it aside for when you want a dirty martini, but then you dump out the olives and you put like clamato, lime juice, Worcestershire sauce, those that yellow thing of flavoring that all the Spanish restaurants have, the ceviche thing. I don't know what it is. It's like a little flavor bomb, and then like tahine, and I put twang on mine, and then I had it with a Topo Chico, and it was so good. Things I've been wanting to try is that there's this coffee place called Two Tone Coffee. So that's on my to-do list, to drink list, really. It comes up on my For You page on TikTok all the time. I think it's in Bel Air. Then there is a deli called Habibi Deli, and one of the families from my apartment building owns it. And we met him and his beautiful wife and their daughters in the pool. And their daughters were talking a mile a minute. And that's kind of how I was when I was little. I was just a little motor mouth. I had no filter. They were asking us, they were like, guess my name. What's your name? Let me guess your name. And they were talking about mermaids, and it was just so fun. It was just so fun. It made me miss Sophia. I was like, I need to bring Sophia to hang out with these girlies because they've got their head on straight. They are assertive. They were awesome. Well, anyway, we got to talking to their dad, and he said they moved here from, I think, Oklahoma. Don't quote me. Could have been Arkansas. I don't know. Okay, Oklahoma. Let's stick with that. And then they opened this deli, and Habibi is like friend. It's like brother. It's like a term of endearment. And I really want to try it because apparently they have this wrap that you dip in sauce and then you dip in rice, and then that's how you eat it. So that's on my to eat list. I still haven't eaten at Petite. I was calling it. So there's a Market Square Tower has a new restaurant called Petite Lucy. I was calling it Petite Lucine. I kept saying, I want to go to Petite Lucine. And Travis was like, what are you talking about? I was like, Petite Lucine downstairs. And he was like, Petite Lucy? And I was like, no, let me Google it. And it was one of those situations where you Google it and you're wrong. And you're like, fuck. But I still call it Petite Lucine because I like talking like that. I like saying that. Anyway, when I went down to the bayou and it was too slimy to run, I just came back and got a delicious pour over coffee. It was the vanilla pour over. And it was wonderful. And it did take a while, and it wasn't that busy, but be patient with them back there because they're new. I don't even think they've been open for 2 weeks. So I gave it 5 stars, 5 out of 5 stars. I haven't had their breakfast yet, but I do want a croissant. I want a chocolate croissant from there. Okay, I guess that's the update, guys. That's what we're doing right now. Downloads look good. Shout out to Edgar from The Dash. He does PR for The Dash. And I had messaged him. I said, hey, I want to hook you up with these NPR radio people so you can, maybe get on there and show The Dash some love. He goes, hold on, I'm listening to your podcast. I was like, ooh, that is the biggest compliment you can tell me. But that's what I was talking about earlier in this podcast when I said I needed to stop relying so much on external validation. Because I have gotten that so much since I was little. I was a twirler. It was always a trophy, winning a tournament, winning an essay contest, winning a scholarship. Those things made me feel good. And so I did that. I'm like, I get a good attention and positive affirmation if I achieve. And I think that is why I've lived my life the way I've lived it. And I don't regret that. I don't regret that at all. But as I get older and life maybe isn't always so competitive or, validating, I got to remember that. And like so I was running and this one guy, he was so fine. He was like a tall chocolate man. He goes, excuse me. And I had my earphones in and I had just gotten done with my run and I looked so sweaty, but I probably was glistening. He goes, are you single? And I was like, me? And he goes, yeah, you're beautiful. And I looked at him, I go, are you? Because he was fine. And he goes, yeah. I go, you need to go on Love Island. Like, that's where he belongs, not hollering at some 40-year-old. He was probably 26, 27. But very cute and height, and it made me feel so good. And don't get me wrong, but it's like, why is that external validation? How is that so much stronger? Like, I need to have a better foundation of self-worth. So that's what I'm working on. So you know what? I don't care if the podcast numbers are 0. Just kidding. Yes, I do. Validate, subscribe, like, post, share. But I can, 2 things can be true at once. I can simultaneously be working on both and care about the success of my podcast and how things are going, because I know what kind of life I'm trying to build. And I'm just so honored that you right now, whoever you are, wherever you are letting me be included in your day-to-day life. Okay. That's real talk. And that's the tea with Tessa. Okay. I hope you have a tremendous week. I'm going to be doing some traveling, but I'll have my Lenovo laptop if anyone needs me. Okay. It's at Tess1, Tess2 on Instagram. Always leave a review if you can. I think I only have like 2 on this podcast. In fact, I'll go review my own podcast right now. It's fine. Don't even worry about it, guys. Tea out. I love you. Enjoy the long weekend if you've got Juneteenth on. Juneteenth off, the federal holiday. Bobby Jokes, Robert Barbosa, if you could please tell everyone, this has been episode
25
of Tess Talks. Thank you. Come again. We love you. Mwah. Bye.